The regular Eveleth City Council meeting scheduled for 5 p.m. March 7th, 2023 will now come to order. Roll call.
Councillor Rousey.
Here.
Councillor Koivunen.
Here.
Councillor Purpich.
Here.
Councillor Lillis.
Here.
Mayor Vysalovich.
Here. Approval of tonight's agenda. Does anybody have any questions or changes with the agenda the way it stands? If not, I'll call for a motion that we approve tonight's agenda. So moved. Motion made by Koivunen. We have a support.
Support.
Support by Purpich. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. I didn't approve the minutes yet, did we?
No.
Okay. Approval of minutes, City Council special meeting, February 15th, and approval of City Council meeting, February 21st. Does anybody have any questions or changes on those minutes? If not, I'll call for a motion that we approve those minutes.
So moved.
Who wants to take the honor?
So moved.
Motion made by Rousey, support.
Support.
Brian, you're supporting. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Item E, appointments and presentations. Number 1, reappointment of Polly Sorkin to the Joint Cable Television Access Board.
So moved.
Do we have a support?
Support.
Motion made by Koivunen, support by Purpich. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Item number 2, Wounded Warrior Hockey Team.
Jim Rich from Duluth, Minnesota, member of the Minnesota Warriors, and we're here on behalf of the Iron Range team in Duluth, subordinate units of the Minnesota Warriors in general. We're just here to say thanks for all the ice that you guys donated for us this winter. It's greatly appreciated, and our gratitude is second to none. So we brought a pile of shirts. They look like this. All those for each of you guys, each of the members of the board, or the council, I should say. And we also have a plaque. A little plaque here, that's a token of our appreciation that you guys can either put up somewhere in City Hall here or down at the Hippodrome or something like that. But we just can't say thanks enough, and hope to continue the relationship between the city of Eveleth and the Warriors. So.
You know, we appreciated you guys playing down there, and we're glad we got the opportunity to give back and do something for that. So we really appreciate it. It means
I've
a
got
lot
a
to the
question,
town.
Mayor. I got 2 questions. One is, how did you do over the weekend?
Well, we didn't fare so well, but the thing is for those that don't know, the Minnesota Warriors are a 100% disabled veterans hockey program. So every member in there has at least a 10% service-connected disability recognized by the VA. And we don't require any of the guys on the team to have any hockey knowledge or equipment. We supply all that stuff. We're a nonprofit 501c3. So we don't, through all the donations and fundraising and all that stuff, we supply all these guys that are coming back from deployments with PTSD and other issues with all the gear, all the ice like you guys provided. And I have to say that in 2016, when I first started this thing in Duluth, at that point there was 4 or 5 programs across the country. Right now, there's 42 programs across the country with at least 2 teams, an upper and a lower level skill level, coast to coast, to Alaska. Chris Mullanius is an Eveleth guy.
Yep.
Grew up in Eveleth. He's on the Alaskan Warriors team. Andy Ben, St. Louis Warriors. Multiple representatives from Eveleth across the country playing Warrior hockey, which is awesome, I think. And I lost my track like that. Just through all the donations, you know. So I mean, when we play like the civilian teams, like the power play stuff, those guys have been playing for 25 years. They got multiple state champion guys on that team. They all know how to play the game, set up the systems. And we're just trying to teach these guys how to make a pass, skate, the fundamentals, essentially. So whether we win or lose on the ice, that's really not the point of it. It's all the off ice.
Well, I was kind of setting it up for this next one. Was Nick okay? Was he no trouble, Mr. Consultant? I mean, did he behave himself? And I didn't hear any bad rumors, but.
There's a
No,
lot of
Nick was all
Eveleth in
right.
him.
Nick was
Okay,
all
that's all I needed to
right.
know.
Nick was all right, yeah.
Well, thank you.
Trying to get him away from those zoos or something, all right? But, yeah, again, can't say thanks enough for all the ice. Yeah, we look forward to doing it next year as well.
Well, you guys deserve a thanks for doing what you're doing, you know, big one.
Big thanks.
Outstanding.
Thank you.
And thank you for your service.
Terrific.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll put that in a place where it can be seen.
Where it can be seen by everybody.
Thank you.
We appreciate it.
Well, thank you very much.
Thanks, guys.
Iron Range Tourism Bureau.
Good evening, Mr. Mayor, members of the council. Thanks for letting us be here. We usually try to make an appearance once a year and just touch base with the council, but you know, my office is right across the highway, so you're welcome to stop in anytime and if you have any questions about tourism. But just briefly, for those who don't know, Iron Range Tourism is a nonprofit destination marketing organization. We are funded by the 3% lodging tax, and of course the city of Eveleth is our tax administrator, as you all know. By law, we have to use that money to promote the area in which it's collected, and that would be the communities of Hibbing to Hoyt Lakes. So we do that with a very robust multi-platform digital campaign, and then of course traditional media as well, print and email blasts, and we do Spotify as well. We recently hired a full-time marketing coordinator, and he's doing some great work on social media. I'm here today with my board chair, Jim Mikowski, and of course our longtime board member, Bill Aho, who you all know. And Jim's going to talk about our social media in a minute, but we're going to be launching a new website soon. And I just really appreciate all that you guys do to support tourism-related projects, which in my opinion is almost any project. You know, there's a lot going on with trails here. The Mesabi Trail is almost complete, finally. And of course, the projects you have up at Leonidas is just going to be awesome. And being with our office right over there, we send people up there all the time, so that's going to be really great for Eveleth. I'm really excited about that. We estimate that there's about 550,000 overnight visitors in our communities every year. And there's probably another 300,000 visitors, or visits, I should say, who stay with friends and family throughout the year. And that's over $100 million that those folks are spending in our communities. So it's of course not just leisure travel, it's sporting events, it's meetings and conferences, and the business end of things too. So it's important to our economy, and we love it when our city councilors support all that we can do to bring more people here. I invite you to be involved with our organization. We have an annual Spirit of Hospitality Awards. We have a Certified Tourism Ambassador program. Of course, Jackie sits on our board, and Bill sits on our board, so you've got good representation, but we have an open board seat, so if anyone's interested. We also have the St. Louis County Trails Task Force, and Eveleth is the recipient of a recent grant from that. So that's another of our little projects. We also have a sports commission that's fairly new. So if you did want to get involved with tourism on the Iron Range, we'd love to have you. Before I turn it over to Jim, does anybody have any questions for me? Okay.
No, I don't think so.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Mayor, Council, thanks for having us tonight. I'm kind of excited to be here because this is probably the best year the Iron Range Tourism Bureau has ever had. We've had our highest tax revenues collected in the lodging tax. Occupancy remains flat, but with the increased revenues and the 3% lodging tax, we're seeing more dollars come in. Beth and her team have done an outstanding job with our organization. We're in every aspect of tourism, from Hibbing to Hoyt Lakes, and just everywhere in between. But what I'm really excited about is our social media and our new marketing coordinator, Cesar Ortega. He's done some phenomenal job with social media. I just have here some Facebook rolls and some TikTok video and Instagram video. There's a video that he just posted a week and a half ago that has had over 1 million views on Facebook. And if we could just nail down 1% of that business here in Eveleth, Bill could retire. It's a huge amount of business, and we're having a huge impact in what we're doing. So I'm really excited about that, and I just think that's something we'll share. So I just wanted to thank you for your attention.
So thank you.
Thank you.
I think, guys, I'm gonna go and blow my nose here for a second. I get a little cold. So we'll stop for about 2 minutes. Okay. We'll move on to the consent agenda. Approval of payroll, February 16th through the 28th, and approval of claims, February 2023.
Also move.
Motion made by Koivunen. We have a support.
Support.
Support by Rousey. Any further discussion? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. We have no public hearings, no unfinished business. And we'll jump into new business, and the first item, number 1, approve 2023 discretionary expenditures. Jackie, you have anything different to add to that?
I do not, thank you.
Everybody have any questions on what we went over at our workshop?
I think if we get this stuff done, it'll be pretty good for us. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that we had to get done, and
Oh, we're making a lot of progress.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited to see that slip ramp. You've been waiting many years for something like that.
That'll be nice. The fail pond, that'll be nice.
Mark? Does Jerry have a list of the sidewalks that he wants to repair this year?
No, we go out in the spring and start driving around and try to
Okay,
Pick the 5 worst.
pick the worst, but
Okay.
I mean, with a little bit of longer stretches. I mean, instead of just replacing 1 or 2 panels, we'd like to try to at least do like 150 feet at a time, different areas and stuff, whether it's sidewalk or curb and gutter along the sidewalk.
okay. I just was curious.
If no one else has any questions, call for a motion that we approve these discretionary expenditures for 2023.
So moved.
Motion made by Purpich, you have support.
Support.
Support by Koivunen. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Item number 2, call for quotes for 2023 curb and sidewalk replacement. Suppose we won't have any questions until Mark and Jerry get out there. So look, see what we need. Anybody have any questions? If not, I'll call for a motion that we approve the request to go out for quotes.
So moved.
Made by Purpich, we have a support.
Support.
Support by Lillis. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Item number 3, call for bids for state capital bonding projects. Jack, you want to highlight us on what projects then?
Sure. So I gave you a handout that just gives you a rundown of a couple of the highlights. So this is mostly an indoor air quality project to bring fresh air and central heating to our public buildings, and to do some tuck pointing at some buildings, and also to refresh our Hippodrome toilet rooms. But in addition to that, we have added on a few other projects that we've kind of been batting around for a couple of years. We're going to also add to that bid package the connection to install an ice maker at the auditorium in the bar area, to improve our lighting on the stage and in the stage stairways. We're going to look at some structural for the auditorium stage rigging. We have a beautiful brand new curtain, and we're going to have multiple curtains behind that main curtain for events. We're going to hopefully build a circulation desk up at the library, much like the desk here at City Hall when you come through the double doors to the main office. We have a locked door, and we have glass, and we have transaction windows, the same as planned for the library. Bids will be due April 4th. Another highlight is our City Hall roof is going to be completed this year, okay? But the remainder of the project we have until year-end 2024. We realize there's going to be some lead times on HVAC equipment, but the key is to get that roof done, okay? And then after we're done with all that work, we're going to do some direct purchases for some sound and video equipment at the auditorium, those stage curtains I talked about in the ice maker. And then just, that's kind of the overall of what we got going on here. And we got $1 million state grant from the state through a bonding bill.
Has it been about 3 years since they've had a bonding bill or something like that?
I apologize, John, I don't know when the last one was, sorry.
From what I learned, it's been about 3 years.
I think we've been working on this for a couple of years, this project, at least, haven't we?
A lot of paperwork.
Yeah. Anybody have any questions or call for motion, or we approve the call for bids for state capital bonding projects?
So moved.
Motion made by Rousey, we have support.
Support.
Support by Koivunen, any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, motion carried. Item number 4, approval of third amended and restated joint and cooperative agreement for public safety purchasing relating to SCBA's. John, you want to tell us what those are?
That's the breathing or oxygen tanks that the firefighters will wear into hazardous conditions while fighting fires. And the sets that they have now are becoming expired, and there is expired. And it's a heavy safety issue, and it's something that we need to have. It's not even a question if we gotta take care of those guys, so. That's what that is.
Okay, we have to have this agreement before we can authorize the purchase. Okay.
But we do this in joint with these other communities to drive the costs down? Is that what this is for?
Yeah, see the agreement, and I can defer to Joel too, but it allows you to go directly to these folks and still be in compliance with Minnesota bidding laws. And so in theory, in volume, you should get good prices.
Right.
Yeah. Any further discussion? Call for a motion and we approve this agreement.
So move.
Motion made by Purpich, we have a support. Support by Lillis, any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, motion carried. Item number 5, authorize the purchase of new SCBA's for the fire department. Motion made by Lillis, we have a support.
Support.
Support by Koivunen, any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, motion carried. God, it's number 6, a depressing one. Authorize the purchase of road salt for the 23-30 to 24 season for cooperative purchasing venture or open market program. We didn't get rid of the last stuff yet here on the ground. If no one has any questions, call for a motion that we authorize the purchase.
So moved.
Motion made by Rousey, we have a support.
Support.
Support by Purpich, any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, motion carried. Item number 7, Spring 2023 Refuge Collection and Yard Waste Pickup Schedule. Mark, you got anything to add on that, or?
No, we changed that to just doing it for a couple of weeks, I think, in the last couple of years now, instead of the 3 weeks that we used to do. And it seems to be working a little better this way, because we're staying open for 2 weeks till 6 o'clock, so everybody kind of has their opportunity to bring their stuff down and you don't have to rush during work hours. and stuff like that.
It did seem to work a lot better.
Yeah, so it's a good thing.
If no one has any questions, I'll call for a motion and we approve this refuse collection schedule.
So move.
Motion made by Purpich, we have support.
Support.
Support by Rousey. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Item number 8, resolution accepting ambulance service donation from KC PRO East Youth Ice Racing. That's the first time we got a,
Yes, it is.
I thought,
I,
nice to see.
I've got to spend the last 7 races with these guys, and it's actually really something to see. These little guys there that aren't 4 feet tall, and they're unbelievable. And then my grandson was racing in it too, so
Oh.
it was really something to watch, and I had a great time all winter watching them. And then we have a awards banquet coming April 1st, so.
Where's this take place?
On all the lakes. We had it at Ely Lake. I think we had 4 races out there, 3 or 4. Then on Lake Vermilion, couple on Crane Lake. So, I mean, it's been just to watch them kids smile, and they just all get along so good. They high-five each other before the races, and it's just something to watch. It was enjoyable.
Yeah, we stationed an ambulance out there.
Yeah.
Something.
Some of them guys get going pretty good.
Anytime you got a motor and skis.
Yep.
Well, I'm happy for their donation.
Yeah, it's nice to see
Very
that
nice.
activity.
Yeah, this is kind of like a no-brainer. So moved.
Motion made by Purpose, support by Koivunen. And we send them a letter of thanks for their contribution. There's no further discussion, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, motion carried. Item number 9, resolution accepting canine donation from Bonnie McDowell. I think she does every year, doesn't she?
Oh, yeah.
She does every year.
That's what I thought.
Terrific.
More kibbles.
Call for a motion that we accept this donation and approve this resolution and send a letter of thanks to Bonnie.
So moved.
Support. Motion made by Rousey, support by Lillis. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Item 10, application for exempt permit, Laurentian Chamber of Commerce at Curl Masabi. Gambling permit. Anybody have any questions? If not, call for a motion that we approve this permit.
So moved.
Motion made by Purpich, we have a support.
Support.
Support by Rousey, any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, motion carried. And at this point, on item 11, we are gonna go into closed session. And the city council will now go into closed session pursuant to Minnesota statutes 13D.05 subdivision 3C to discuss a counter offer for the purchase of city-owned real property located at the northeast corner of the intersection of 37 and Station 44 Road, and to develop an offer for the sale of city-owned real property located on Industrial Park Drive adjacent to 1250 Industrial Park Drive. At this point, I am going to suspend the regular meeting and call, can I get a motion for the council to go into closed session to discuss this? Motion made by Lillis, do we have support?
Support.
Support by Purpich, any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Council. All right, we're good to go. At this point, I would like to adjourn the closed session and reconvene the regular city council meeting. We are all done with new business. We'll go on to item J, council presentations and committee reports. Does anybody have anything?
Well, you know, every week I go first,
Yeah, you cut Brian out.
every time, so I'm gonna offer Brian the opportunity to speak on the joint committees that we're on.
Well, I think you probably want me to do that because it's not
That's
good
right.
news.
You can take the bad news, I'll do the good. No,
Okay. EDA met and reviewed the bids for the proposals for Lincoln Place Apartments and for the Pocket Park project downtown. We were quite pleased that the bids for Lincoln Place improvements came in well under budget.
Yes.
And well under the engineer's estimate. The flip side of that is we're very disappointed to hear or see that the bids for the downtown pocket park project came in way above the architect's estimate and way above our budget. So we had to reject the bids, and we will be revisiting the site plan. Might have to scale back and perhaps do some phases where we, we'll have enough money to do what we want to do down there, but do it in phases rather than all at once. But so the good news and the bad news. Did I get it right, John?
Well said, my friend.
Anybody else have anything from board meetings or anything?
I got a rock board meeting tomorrow and a airport commission meeting on Thursday, so I really have nothing.
Okay, then I don't have anything, so we'll move on to, Chief, do you have anything to bring up?
No, thanks, sir.
Okay, Public Works Director, gone. City Engineer, Al, you got anything to add?
Nothing to updates right here.
Okay. Steph, you got anything to add?
I don't have anything.
Jackie?
I don't, thank you.
And the city attorney left, Public Works Director. I think at this point I will reconvene the closed session. We forgot a couple of items. So I will suspend the regular city council meeting again and reconvene the closed session.